Okay, sir.
Fine, sir.
So, good evening, students. Today, now I am discussing about here.
Sir, recording start చేశారా మీరు?
చేయాలి సార్.
స్టార్ట్ అయింది మరి. లో పెట్టారు మన సిస్టమ్ లో లైవ్ వస్తుందా ఒకసారి యూట్యూబ్ లో? ఓకే సార్. సార్ స్టార్ట్ చేద్దామా? ఓకే స్టార్ట్ చేయండి. సో గుడ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ స్టూడెంట్స్. సార్ ఇంతకుముందు ఇదే ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్ కదా మీది?
సార్
ఓకే ఓకే వెల్కమ్ సార్. సార్ ఈస్ డాక్టర్ రావుల మొగిలి సార్, వన్ ఆఫ్ ది సీనియర్ ఫ్యాకల్టీ ఆఫ్ KGC department, and he has a vast experience in teaching at MSET level, NEET, JEE, etc. So thank you sir, thank you for sparing time on behalf of our own family. So start cheyandi sir. Sir లైవ్ స్ట్రైట్ చేస్తున్నాము, అవుతుందా లేదా చూడాలి సార్. స్టార్ట్ చేయండి. పీపీటీ కాకుండా డైరెక్ట్ ఇట్లా చెప్తారు ఎలా?
సార్
ఓకే.
Today now I am discussing about chemical bond. So it is one of the important topic. So most of the questions is given by chemical bond. So here, what type of questions asking from this unit? Here, so what is meant by here chemical bond? So here, chemical bond is nothing but attractive forces which held together by constant particles. Suppose here A and B. So both are different atoms. They are binding with each other. Some attractive forces. These attractive forces is called as chemical bond. So why chemical bond is formed? So generally in nature, so what is about here? All the fundamental particles or fundamental truth that all natural systems tends to lose potential energy. So any one atom, it can lose a potential energy to become a stabilized, to become a more stable. So in that cases, they are binding with each other. Here, the causes of chemical bond is nothing but, number one, tendency to occupy noble gas electronic configuration. So here, tendency to acquire noble gas configuration. So this is one of the reason for the formation of chemical bond. Next one here, second one is to stabilize the atoms, to lose their energy. So what is about here? The chemical bond is totally depends on two components. One is tendency to acquire noble gas configuration, that is called as octet configuration. Second one is to stabilize the atoms to lose their energies. So which of the atoms their energy losing, they become stable. So in that cases, we can express it as Lewis symbols. So what is about here according to Lewis symbols? The valency electrons can be represented as dots. Suppose here we will take hydrogen atom. So here in a hydrogen atom, how many electrons are here? The valency electrons are 1. Next one here, helium. So the valency electrons are here 2. This is a 1:2 electronic configuration. So here beryllium. So this is, sorry, lithium. It has valence electron is 1 because here the electronic configuration is 1:2, 2s1. Next one, beryllium 1:2, 2s2. So it has 2 valency electrons at orbitals. So this is regarding about here the Lewis dot forms. So based on the bond between two neighboring atoms or bond between atoms in a molecule, they are classified into mainly 3 types. So what are they here? One is ionic bond. Ionic bond. Second one is covalent bond. Third one is metallic bond. Sorry. So these are 3 types of chemical bond. So one is ionic bond, covalent bond, and one is metallic bond. Ionic bond is it is also called as electrovalent bond. So ionic bond is called as electrovalent bond. So this is, so here electrovalent bond. So this is regarding about here ionic bond. Covalent bond. So covalent bond, it is also one more type of covalent bond that is called as coordinate covalent bond. So here metallic bond. So one more type of bond are present, they are called as hydrogen bond. So that is a different type of bonds are present. So next one here. So first of all, we discussed about here ionic bond. So now I am discussing about here peripheral. So ionic bond. So what is meant by here ionic bond? So the electrostatic, a strong electrostatic attraction forces between oppositely charged ions is called as ionic bond. Here M plus, here X minus. So both are oppositely charged ions. So these two ions are strongly attract with electrostatic forces. So they are strong electrostatic forces. A strong electrostatic forces is called as ionic bond. So in that one, the transfer of electron from metal to non-metals, they are also called as ionic bond. So we can represent it as So here transfer of electron. Transfer of electron from metal to non-metals, they are also called as ionic bond. So more number of examples we will take here: sodium chloride, potassium chloride, cesium chloride, calcium chloride, and some of the alkali and alkaline earth metal oxides. They are so ionic compounds. Next one here, the most important thing is ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఆఫ్ అయానిక్ కాంపౌండ్. సో దీని మీద క్వశ్చన్స్ అడుగుతుంటాడండి. సో ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఆఫ్ అయానిక్ కాంపౌండ్స్. ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఆఫ్ అయానిక్ కాంపౌండ్స్, దీని మీద మనకు క్వశ్చన్ అడిగేటటువంటి అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. సో హియర్ అయానిక్ కాంపౌండ్స్, so here ionic compounds are exist in what is about here solid state. So most of the ionic compounds, they are crystalline solids. So these are what is about here crystalline solids. Crystalline solids. Next one, the compounds having highly melting points and boiling points. So here high melting points and boiling points. So most of the ionic compounds having high melting point and boiling points. Next one, the ionic compounds are generally soluble in polar solvents. So here the solubility, soluble in polar solvents. Polar solvents. So here ionic compounds is insoluble in non-polar solvents. So generally ionic compounds is soluble in polar solvents like here water. So because here, so one more important point regarding about here, which of these solvent having high dielectric constant, they are best solvent for ionic compounds. Nana, ఏ సాల్వెంట్ యొక్క డైఎలక్ట్రిక్ కాన్స్టాంట్ అయితే ఎక్కువగా ఉంటుందో వాటిని మనం ఏంటంటే బెస్ట్ సాల్వెంట్ గా అయానిక్ కాంపౌండ్స్ కి వాడతారు. సో హియర్ ద డైఎలక్ట్రిక్ కాన్స్టాంట్ ఆఫ్ వాటర్ ఇస్ మోర్, therefore most of the ionic compounds, all the ionic compounds are soluble in water. So because here water is a good solvent for ionic compounds. Next one, so here ionic compounds is ionic solid. Ionic solid is bad conductor. Bad conductor of electricity. But aqueous solution or molten state, are conductors. So it is a very, very important thing. Ionic solids. Crystalline ionic solid is a bad conductor, either thermal or electricity. But aqueous solution or molten state, they can act as a good conductor of electricity. So in molten state or aqueous state, they have free ions in aqueous solution. So presence of free ions in aqueous solution, they are good conductors of electricity. So this is one of the important thing regarding about here, the properties of ionic compounds. Next one here, ionic compounds, if it is soluble in water, they can split into ions, ionization. So here they are ionized into M plus ion and X minus ions. So therefore, so whenever M plus ions and X minus ion, so it is ionized in, so what is about here? Solvents. Next one here, it is a last point regarding about here. Ionic bond is a non-directional bond. Non-directional bond. So what is about here? So these are properties of ionic compounds. Ionic compounds are crystalline solids. They have high melting point and boiling point. They are soluble in polar solvents. Ionic solids is bad conductor of electricity, but aqueous solution or molten state, they are good conductors of electricity. So next one here, it is a non-directional bond. So for this, what is about here? So they are asking, so what is about here? Some question is asked from this point. So generally, lithium plus Na plus K plus, sorry, rubidium plus cesium plus. So these are alkaline metal ions. These alkaline metal ions is associated with water that is called as aqueous. Here, this is aqueous. Here also aqueous, aqueous. So in that one, which is one a good conductor, which is one good conductor of electricity for these ions? So whenever in aqueous solution, generally the cation size is increases from lithium plus to cesium plus. Whenever it is dissolved in water, formation of aqueous ion, the aqueous ion size is decreases from lithium aqueous to cesium aqueous. Therefore, the conductivity is depends on mobility of ion. So what is about here mobility of ion? When the size of the cation is increases, the mobility is decreased. For aqueous solution, it is a very, very important question. So they are asking here the order of conductivity in aqueous solution. So lithium plus aqueous is very, very less conductivity than comparison with cesium aqueous solution. So they can written as what is about here. So lithium H2O. This is plus here taken N, Na plus H2O taken, taken N. Next one here, potassium plus H2O taken N. Next one here, rubidium plus H2O taken N. This is, so generally we will take here cesium. So these ions are aqueous phase. So what is about here? Their conductivity. So here conductivity increases. but here size of ion decreases. So why size of ion decreases? In here, lithium is associated with water molecule. More number of water molecule can be associated with lithium plus ion to formation of a large size of aqueous ion. But here cesium ion, so whenever cesium ion is a large size, but when the association of water molecule, the size will become reduced. So this is regarding about here, the conductivity is increases from lithium plus ion to cesium plus ion. Generally, if the simple cation, so what is about here, conductivity is decreased. For aqueous solution is conductivity is increased. So this is very, very important. ఈ క్వశ్చన్ ఎప్పటికి అడుగుతుంటాడు నాన్న. సో ఈ లిథియం అనే కాకుండా వాడు ఏం చేస్తాడంటే బెరీలియం +2 aqueous అంటాడు, మెగ్నీషియం +2 aqueous. Next one here, calcium +2, alkali and alkaline earth metals. సో ఇన్ aqueous సొల్యూషన్ మీద కండక్టివిటీలో మన క్వశ్చన్ అడిగేటటువంటి అవకాశము ఉంటుంది. సో మీరు ఇది గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. సో నెక్స్ట్ వన్, సో వాట్ ఈస్ అబౌట్ హియర్ ద ఫార్మేషన్ ఆఫ్ అయానిక్ బాండ్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్డ్ ఆన్ formation of ionic bond? These are a general formation of ionic bond. So what factors influenced on formation of ionic bond? So generally for the formation of cation, here A, cation formation, B is anion formation. Cation formation, anion formation. So what is cation? What factors influenced on cation formation? So which of the metal ion have low ionization potential? Low IP. Which metal have low IP? They are easily formed cation. Next one here, number 2, metallic character. Next one here, sorry, large size cation. Large size cation is more favorable for the formation of ionic bond. Next one here, more charge on the cation. More charge on the cation, they are favorable for the formation of ionic bond. So which metal having a low ionization potential, they are forming ionic bond. Large size of cations, they are also forming ionic bond. More charge on the cation, they are also formation of ionic bond. So one more point is there. So which of the metal atom its lose electrons to obtain inert gas electronic configuration, that metal ion forming ionic bond. So generally this is calcium +2 nana. Calcium +2 and zinc +2. Both are loses electron from 4s2 electrons. Calcium +2, either zinc +2. They are losing electrons, 2 electrons from s orbital. It's get calcium +2 and zinc +2. But here calcium +2 form ionic bond, zinc +2, it is formation of covalent bond. So this is formation of ionic bond for the cation. Next one, Nana, anion formation. So here, what is about here? High electronegativity or electron affinity. It is the most important thing is electron affinity or electron enthalpy. So which of the non-metal having more electron affinity, they are formed anion and they are favorable for the formation of ionic bond. Second one is small size of atoms. Small size of atoms, they are favorable for the formation of ionic bond. Our atoms are ions, we will take. Next one here, this is less charge on the anion. Suppose here F minus O minus 2. F minus O minus 2, which is for more favorable for the ionic bond formation here. Fluoride is more favorable ionic bond than comparison with O minus 2. Here, one more example we will take here, N minus 3, fluoride, oxide, nitride. So what is about here? Formation of ionic bond is decreases. Covalent bond is increased. So here small size, when the charge of the anion is increases, the size is also increased. So fluoride is a small size, then comparison with oxygen, then comparison with nitrogen. So therefore, when the increasing of size, so what is about here? Ionic bond formation is decreased. So next one, less charge of on the anion, they are forming ionic bond. So this is regarding about here formation of ionic bond. Next one, so one of the another bond is covalent bond. Covalent bond. So what is meant by here covalent bond? So covalent bond is nothing but the bond formed by a mutual sharing of electron between the neighboring or combining atoms of the same or different elements is called as a covalent bond. So here a covalent bond is formed, a sharing of electrons between two atoms. So here a pair of electrons shared between these two atoms, they are called as a covalent bond. So the best example is more number of organic compounds, they are covalent in nature. Suppose here example is CH4, methane, covalent bond. Whatever, suppose we will take here hydro, H2O, HF. So all these are nothing but is a covalent compound here, methane. So organic compounds, all the organic compounds, most of the organic compounds except salts of carboxylic acids, all these are covalent in nature. So this is regarding about here covalent compounds. So in that one, sharing of electrons. So here they are mutual sharing. Suppose hydrogen having a one unpaired electron, A is unpaired electron, B is unpaired electron. These two unpaired electrons are shared between these two atoms. So that is called as a bond pair. So this bond pair is represented as single line. So this is regarding about here covalent bond. Next one, what is the properties of covalent compounds? Already, so we have discussed about here ionic compounds properties. So covalent compound properties, so they do not exist in, so here, covalent compounds, they can exist as a three forms. They may be solids, liquids, and gaseous state. So covalent compounds, they can exist three forms: solids, liquids and the gaseous state. But ionic compounds, they are exist only crystalline solids. The melting points and boiling points of these compounds is less than comparison with ionic compounds. So here diamond is a covalent compound, but it is a more melting point. But generally, so covalent compounds are a less melting points and boiling points. Next one, covalent compounds are here, sorry. Covalent compounds are generally insoluble in polar solvents. Suppose if it is a polar covalent compounds, they are soluble in polar solvents. So most of the covalent compounds are soluble in, what is about here? They are soluble in what solvents? Here, non-polar solvents. Non-polar solvents. They are soluble in non-polar solvents. But here, these compounds like here, suppose ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol is a covalent compound. It is soluble in polar solvents. So some of the polar substances, they are dissolved in polar solvents. Next, covalent compounds are generally insoluble in or less soluble in water and other polar solvents. Next one, covalent compounds are generally non-conductors of electricity. Next one, the reaction between covalent compounds are very, very less. It is a very, very important thing. So in ionic compounds, the reaction is very, very fast than comparison with covalent compounds. So because here in covalent compounds, suppose here AA, this is BB. So what is about here in that compound? So bond breaking and a new bond is forming. So a new bond formed between AB atoms. So therefore bond breaking and bond forming are present. But in ionic compounds, so ions are exchanged. Here no bond breaking and bond forming. So ions are exchanged from ionic reactions. So this is regarding about here covalent compounds. Next one here, the formal charge. It is a very, very important phenomena here. Formal charge. So what is about here formal charge? So generally the difference between the number of valence electrons in an isolated atom and the number of electrons assigned to the atom in a Lewis structure. So generally we will take here in a polyatomic molecule, if it has some charge, the charge is distributed throughout the molecules. So in that cases, it is a very, very important to find the formal charge. So formal charge is nothing but here Fc is equal to, so number of valency electrons in the free atoms. Free atoms minus number of non-bonding electrons plus 1/2 number of bonding electrons. So here, Nana, It is represented as a small thing. Number of valency electrons. So number of valency electrons is represented as V. The V stands for valency electrons minus here number of lone pair of electrons. Lone pair of electrons is nothing but non-bonding electrons plus 1/2 number of bonding electrons or sharing electrons. This is called as S. So V is nothing but number of valency electrons in the free atoms minus number of lone pair of electrons or non-bonding electrons plus 1/2 number of bonding electrons. Suppose we will take the best example regarding about here, one of the molecule here, chlorine. This is C double bond O. Sorry. Hello, Nana. So here,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
okay. Small interruption. So formal charge Fc is equal to V minus L plus 1/2 S. So here we will take some example is chlorine, here carbon and chlorine. This is. So what is about here? It has chlorine. This is okay. So what is the formal charge of chlorine? First, this is the first chlorine. Here 1. This is 2 chlorine. So what is about here formal charge of this chlorine? So here this formal charge Fc is equal to, so valency electrons for chlorine. How many valency electrons are present on chlorine?
6.
7.
7, sir.
Seven.
7.
7 minus. So next one here, how many lone pair of electrons?
6.
6
Six.
lone pair of electrons plus 1 by 2. How many electrons shared between these two atoms between carbon and chlorine here?
2.
2.
2.
2. So therefore 7 minus. So here this is 2 into 2. 2 by 2 is the cancel 1. Here 7. So what is about formal charge of chlorine is
0.
0. So next one here we will calculate oxygen. We will calculate an oxygen. So generally Fc is equal to the valence electrons of oxygen is 6 minus. So how many unpaired electrons here? Non-bonding electrons?
4.
4
4.
plus 1 by 2 into how many sharing
4
of electrons?
bonds. 4 bonds.
So here
4 electrons.
2 2 ja. Next one here, this is 6 minus 6 is equal to what, Nana?
0. 0, sir.
0.
0. So the formal charge of this molecule is 0. So this is regarding about here formal charge. Next one here, some more molecule we will calculate here. N double bond N here O. So what is about here? How many electrons? This is regarding about here
5. 8.
okay. Next here oxygen, this is plus. Okay now. So for this nitrogen, what is the formal charge?
0.
0.
5. No. Valence electrons 5. Here, lone pair of electrons are 3 plus 1 by 2 into 2. Sorry, this is 4. Here, what is about here? 5 minus 5 is equal to 0.
0.
For this oxygen, what is about oxygen?
0, sir.
0.
0.
For this nitrogen,
+1, sir.
plus 1. So this is a plus 1 for this nitrogen. Okay, already manakundi ఇక్కడ నేను indicate చేశాను కాబట్టి +1 అని చెప్తున్నాం. So without indication, so what is about here? It has +1. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is regarding about here to calculation of a formal charge of the molecules. Next one here. So what is about here? The important phenomena is nothing but polarity. So what is about here polarity? So generally covalent compounds can exist as two types of polarity. One is a polar and another one is non-polar covalent bonds. So polar and non-polar covalent bonds. So which of the molecule a bond formed between two oppositely charged ions is called as polar covalent bond. If it is a bond present between same atoms, they are a non-polar covalent bonds. So generally we will take here polar covalent bond. A polar covalent bond. Suppose here hydrogen, chlorine. A bond formed between hydrogen and chlorine, they are polar covalent bond. So here hydrogen gets a partially positive charge, chlorine gets a partially negative charge. So partially positive charge and partially negative charge. It has some polarization takes place. So presence of this, it is a polar covalent bond. Suppose here the hydrogen bond, a covalent bond is present between same atoms. Here a covalent bond present between chlorine atoms. So here no polarization takes place. So this bond pair of electron is attracted, equal distribution takes place. So whenever equal distribution, it is a non-polar covalent bond. So this is a non-polar covalent bond. It is a polar covalent bond. So this is polar covalent bond. Here non-polar covalent bond. So polarity can express it as low electronegativity to high electronegativity is indicated by some arrow. So what is about here? This is arrow is nothing but a polarity. Suppose we will take here hydrochloric acid, HCl, H and chlorine. So hydrogen is a partially positive charge, chlorine gets a partially negative charge. So generally, the bond polarization takes place hydrogen to chlorine. The bond polarity described in terms of ionic character. So this bond polarity or polar nature to describe the what is about here ionic nature. When the increasing of this polarization, the ionic character is also increased. So we will take some example. So here hydrogen HF, here HCl, HBr, HI. Now I will take example. So the electronegativity of hydrogen is here 2.1, but fluorine is 4.0. So here this hydrogen is 2.1, here chlorine is 3.0. Hydrogen is 2.1, bromine is 2.8. Hydrogen is 2.1, iodine is 2.5. So the electronegativity difference between these two is 1.9. Here this is 0.9. This is 0.7. Here this is 0.4. So ionic character decreases as they decrease in electronegativity values. So this is a more ionic nature comparatively HCl, HBr, HI. Based on this, the electronegativity difference to represent the is it polar bond or non-polar bond, how much ionic character present in the covalent bond. We can measure by using this phenomenon. Suppose you will take, so what is about here? Suppose, so here XA minus XB, XA bond XB. So these are two different atoms, A and B. So the electronegativity of A is Xa, electronegativity of B is Xb. The difference between these two is 0. The electronegativity difference is 0. So percentage of ionic character. Percentage of ionic character. Percentage of ionic character is 0. Next one here, this is nature of AB bond. Nature of AB bond. So here the electronegativity difference is 0. Here percentage of ionic character in covalent compound is 0. It is 100% covalent character. Next one here, this is a purely covalent bond. Purely covalent bond. If the difference between A and B is 0.1 to 0.8. So here, how much ionic percentage? 0.5 to 15% ionic nature ఉంటుందండి. అంటే ఒక కోవలెంట్ కాంపౌండ్ అంటే ఏబి అంటే కోవలెంట్ నేచర్ అయినట్లయితే అందులో ఎలక్ట్రోనెగటివిటీ డిఫరెన్స్ ఇంత ఉంటే అప్పుడు అది అందులో 0.5 to 15% ionic nature ఉంటుంది. So what is about it is a covalent compound, but it has some ionic character. Next, 0.9 to 1.6. So here 19 to 47%. So some 19 to 47% ionic character. So they are a polar covalent compound. Polar covalent compound. If the electronegativity difference between A and B is 1.7, so if it has a 1.7, so 50% ionic character. So 50% ionic character, 50% covalent character. So here 1.8 to 2.5 or 3.2 something is 3.2. So what is about here? 55 to 93% ionic nature. Suppose here we will take here sodium chloride, Nana. So what is about here? Ionic nature. What is the ionic nature of this compound? Sodium is, this is, so 0.5. Next one, chlorine is 3.5. The difference between these two, 2.5. So whenever it is 2.5, it has a more ionic nature. So this is regarding about is a very, very important tabular form. So when the increasing of electronegativity difference between these two atoms, here ionic nature is increases. Covalent nature is decreased. So electronegativity difference is 0. So whenever it is 0, A and B, both atoms having a same. Suppose here chlorine. So this is XCl, XCl. If it is, the electronegativity difference is 0. It has 0% ionic character. It is a purely covalent compound. So this is regarding about here ionic and the polar covalent bonds. So this is next one. By using of this electronegativity difference to calculate the percentage of ionic character. So here AB is different atoms. For this different atoms to calculate the percentage of ionic character. So percentage of ionic character, is equal to 16 into XA minus XB plus 3.5 here XA minus XB, this is whole square. So this is regarding about here percentage of ionic character. When using of this electronegativity values, substitute in this equation, so we can calculate ionic character. So for example, suppose here one of the example is cesium chloride. So cesium chloride, so we will take cesium chloride. So what is the ionic character? So here the electronegativity of values of cesium is 0.7 nano. Next one, chlorine electronegativity is 3.0. So what is about here? The ionic percentage of ionic character is calculated. So generally we will take here XA minus XB is equal to. So what is the difference between XA minus XB is equal to 2.3. So percentage of ionic character is equal to 16. So what is about here? 2.3 plus 3.5 into what is about here? 2.3 whole square. So this is for the calculation. So when we taking off these values, substitute these values, so finally we got what is about here 55 point. So I know about this value. So 55.31 percentage. So 55.31 it is so ionic character. So when the more than 50% ionic character, it is a ionic compound. Less than 50% ionic character, it is a covalent compound. So cesium chloride is a ionic compound. So this is for the calculation of ionic. Suppose here we will take hydrogen fluoride, HF. So what is about here? Hydrogen is what, Nana? 2.1. Fluorine is 4.0. So the difference between these two here 1.9 or 2.9. So here 1.9. Is it right? So here
Yes, sir.
1.9. So what is about here? The ionic character of this molecule is percentage of ionic character is equal to 16 into 1.9 plus 3.5 into 1.9 whole square. So this is almost all what is about here. So this is 43. So 43 percentage of ionic character. Nana 43% ionic character undi ante
Covalent, sir.
Covalent compound.
Covalent, sir.
covalent or ionic?
Covalent, sir.
Covalent. Very
Covalent,
good.
sir.
So next one here, suppose we will take HCl. Nana, వీటి మీద క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతుంటాడు. HCl. So here the electronegativity difference, hydrogen is 2.1 Nana. Next one here, chlorine is what is about here 3.0. So the difference is 0.9. So what is about here? Percentage of ionic character is equal to 16 into 0.9 plus 3.5 into 0.9 whole square. So that is almost all equal to 17.2 వస్తుంది నాన్న ఇది. అంటే 17.2 అయానిక్ నేచర్ ఉంది. అంటే రిమైనింగ్
sir.
వాట్ ఇస్ అబౌట్ హియర్? ఇస్ ఇట్
Covalent,
కోవలెంట్
sir.
ఆర్ అయానిక్?
Covalent bond, covalent compound, sir.
Okay. So for these
Covalent, sir.
3 compounds, one is cesium chloride, HF, HCl. To arrange the ionic nature of compounds. To arrange the ionic nature of compounds. So which is one more ionic nature for these 3? Cesium chloride.
Yes, sir.
So which is one more covalent nature?
Sir.
HF,
Nana?
HCl,
HCl.
sir.
Okay. So HCl is more covalent nature. So this is regarding about here the polarity. నానా ఈ పొలారిటీ మీద పర్సెంటేజ్ ఆఫ్ అయానిక్ క్యారెక్టర్ అడిగేటటువంటి అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. కొద్దిగా దీని మీద కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ చేయండి. నానా మనకి ఏంటంటే కెమికల్ బాండ్ లో వాడు ఏంటంటే క్వశ్చన్ అన్నది మీకు అడిగేటటువంటి విధానం ఏంటి? ఏది అయానిక్ కాంపౌండ్, ఏది కోవలెంట్ కాంపౌండ్, ఇట్లా క్వశ్చన్స్ అడగడు. అంటే ఇవంతా కూడా అప్లికేషన్ మెథడ్ లో అడుగుతుంటాడు. ఈ అప్లికేషన్ మెథడ్లలో ఒక అయానిక్ కాంపౌండ్ వాటర్ లో సాల్యుబుల్ అవుతే ఏమవుతుంది, దాని యొక్క అయాన్ సైజెస్ ఏమవుతుంటాయి, దాని యొక్క అంటే కండక్టివిటీ ఎట్లా మారుతుంది, లేదా మెల్టింగ్ పాయింట్స్ బాయిలింగ్ పాయింట్స్ ఎట్లా చేంజ్ అవుతుంటాయి, ఇట్లా క్వశ్చన్స్ అడుగుతుంటాడు. ఇది మైండ్ లో పెట్టుకోవాలి. ఇప్పుడు నేను ఏంటంటే ఇట్ ఇస్ ఎ వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. మనకి ఇక్కడ పొలారిటీ, బాండ్ పొలారిటీ అండ్ డైపోల్ మూమెంట్, దీస్ ఆర్ వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫర్ దిస్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ. డైపోల్ మూమెంట్ మీద, పొలారిటీ మీద కంపల్సరీ ఒక క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతాడు మీకు. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఈస్ ఫర్ polarity. Next one here, now dipole moment. Dipole moment. So what is dipole moment? Dipole moment is nothing but the product of the distance between oppositely charged ions and the magnitude of the ion. Simply it is represented as the product of charge of ion and the distance between ions is called as dipole moment. So dipole moment is represented as mu. So what is about here? Mu is equal to electric charge into bond length. So electric charge is represented as Q into D. And what Nana here? This is A is bonded with B. So what is about here dipole moment? B is more electronegative than comparison with A. So the bond polarization takes place. The dipole moment is represented as mu. So what is about here? You see, this is hydrogen, Nana. Here, chlorine. Chlorine is more electronegative. Hydrogen is less electronegative. What happened here? The bond polarization takes place. Hydrogen to chlorine, it has some dipole moment. The dipole moment, the polarity towards chlorine, it has a dipole moment. So that is represented as mu. So mu is nothing but the electric charge into bond length. So next one here, Generally, Q, the electric charge is represented as 10 to the power of minus 10 ESU, electrostatic units. D is nothing but distance between a charged ions, that is represented as angstroms. That angstroms is equal to 10 to the power of, so here 1 angstrom, that is equal 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeters. Therefore, mu is equal to 10 to the power of minus 10 ESU into 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter. So 10 to the power of minus 18 ESU centimeter. So this is regarding about here units of dipole moment. So this is represented as dBi. So 1 dBi is equal to 10 to the power of minus 18 ESU centimeter. So the units of dipole moment is dBi. So dBi is equal to 10 to the power of minus 18 ESU centimeters. If it is taking as a coulombs, what I adugutuntadandi. So what is the units of coulombs for dBi? So 3.33 into 10 to the power of minus 30 coulombs meters. Coulombs meters. So this is regarding about here dBi. So what is about Nana? A product of electric charge and distance between two ions is called as dipole moment. It is represented as mu. So mu is equal to electric charge into bond length. So this is represented, electric charge is Q. Next one D, distance between two ions, that is D. So here mu is equal to 10 to the power of minus 18 ESU centimeter, that is equal to dBi. So here, what is the dipole moment regarding about here? Based on this dipole moment, we can calculate so percentage of ionic characters. Suppose I will take some examples regarding about here HI, HBr, HCl. Next one here HF, HF. So here percentage of ionic character. These are some calculated values. Percentage of ionic character is 7%. Next one here 12.9%. Here 17.2%. Next one here 43% ionic character. So this is percentage of ionic, character. Next one, dipole moment. So what is about here? This is dipole moment. So dipole moment of HF is 0.38 dBi. Next one here, HBr is 0.78 dBi. Next one here, HCl 1.03 dBi, and HF is 1.92 dBi. So these are, so dipole moment values. So based on this dipole moment values for the vector quantity, so it is explained as symmetry and non-symmetric molecules. So which is one a symmetric molecule, which is one non-symmetric molecule, can be expressed by using of a dipole moment. If the molecule dipole moment is, so here mu is equal to 0, they are symmetric. So mu is not equal to 0. So which of the molecule the mu value is not equal to 0, they are unsymmetric molecule. Unsymmetric molecule. So symmetry and unsymmetric molecule, they can represented as mu. Suppose we will take some example. So here carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide. So the what is about here dipole moment of this molecule. So according to a bond between carbon and oxygen, oxygen is more electronegative than comparison with carbon. The bond polarization takes place between carbon to oxygen. It has some mu. Next one, this carbon is bonded with another oxygen. It has more electronegative than comparison with carbon. According to this oxygen, the bond polarization from this. So what is about here? It has some dipole moment. So next one, a net dipole moment, if it is a plus, if it is represented as minus. So therefore, a net dipole moment mu is equal to 0. So carbon dioxide is a symmetric molecule. So symmetric molecule because here net dipole moment is 0. Next one, BF3 molecule. So boron, it is bonded with 3 fluorines. Okay. So fluorines. So what is about here? This fluorine is highly electronegative atoms. So according to this bond, the dipole moment towards here, this is mu. Here also mu. Here also some dipole moment. The dipole moment of this fluorine, net dipole moment towards this fluorine for vector quantity. So what is about here? This is, so for this, so net dipole moment this direction. So here plus mu, this is minus mu. So finally, the dipole moment of this molecule is 0. Whenever it is 0, so it is a symmetric molecule. అంటే నాన్న ఈ పై వైపు ఫ్లోరిన్ ఎంత ఎలక్ట్రాన్ డెన్సిటీని అట్రాక్ట్ చేస్తుందో ఈ రెండు కూడా అట్రాక్ట్ చేస్తాయి కాబట్టి ఫలితం ఏంటంటే మనకేంటి ఈ అంటే ఫలితం యొక్క డైపోల్ మూమెంట్ ద రిజల్టెంట్ డైపోల్ మూమెంట్ టువర్డ్స్ opposite direction of this fluorine. Here this dipole moment opposite direction of towards this one. Here this dipole moment resultant dipole moment of these two fluorines. So this is according to vector quantity. అంటే మనం వెక్టార్ క్వాంటిటీ పరంగా మనం నిర్ణయించేటప్పుడు mu resultant, it is a very very important equation. Mu resultant is equal to under root of mu1 square plus mu2 square plus 2 mu A mu B cos theta. So this is a vector quantity. అంటే దీన్ని ఎట్లా చెప్తారు నాన్న అంటే ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ యు టేక్ దిస్ ఈజ్ ఏ మాలిక్యూల్ A. It is bonded with B. It is bonded with C. The angle between these two is theta. Here, this is it has some dipole moment, that is mu1. It has some dipole moment, it is mu2. Sorry, mu2. Here mu1 and mu2. So net dipole moment of this molecule, it is a delta. So there's net dipole moment towards this direction. Sorry. So this is a according to vector quantity. So mu1, sorry, mu1 square plus mu2 square plus 2 mu A mu B cos theta. So according to vector quantity. Suppose when we అంటే ఎట్లా తీసుకుంటారు వీటిని అనేది చెప్పడానికి ఈక్వేషన్ ని యూజ్ చేస్తారు. దిస్ ఇస్ a very very important. Resultant dipole moment is equal to under root of mu1 square plus mu2 square plus 2 mu A mu B cos theta. Next one, suppose here the dipole moment of, where is it? CH4, sorry, CH4. What is about here dipole moment of CH4? Mu is equal to 0. Suppose CH, Cl3, this is a chloroform. Mu is not equal to 0. Carbon tetrachloride. So what is about here? Mu is equal to 0. Suppose CHCl3, CH3Cl. For this, mu is not equal to 0. అర్థమవుతుందా నాన్న? So these are symmetric molecule. Suppose here CH2 Cl2 based on this arrangement. So this is also mu is equal to 0. Next one, we will take water molecule. What is about here water molecule? Oxygen is more electronegative. So here oxygen gets a partially negative charge, hydrogen gets a partially positive charge. What is about here? Net dipole moment according to this. So charge here. So mu, this is mu. So the dipole moment moves towards up direction. So therefore mu is not equal to 0. Is it symmetric or unsymmetric molecule?
Unsymmetric.
Molecule. Next one here, ammonia. Ammonia is mu is equal to 0 or not equal to 0?
Not
mu
equal.
equal to 0, sir.
Ammonia.
Sir, mu is equals to 0.
0, sir.
0, sir. It is a symmetric molecule.
Symmetric.
Nana mu ammonia ra.
Not equals to 0, sir.
So here
Not equal to
ammonia
0.
can exist as a pyramid structure.
Yes, sir.
So for the pyramid structure, nitrogen is a more electronegative than comparison with hydrogen.
Hydrogen. Yes,
So
sir.
here these are positive. Okay, Nana. So all these bonds upward direction. Okay, na? So
Okay,
upward
sir.
direction. Kabatti, so dipole moment mu is not equal to 0. Okay. So
Okay,
this
sir.
is what is about here. మీరు జనరల్ గా మన కొన్ని మాలిక్యూల్స్ ఇస్తూ ఉంటాడు నాన్న. So what is about here? CH here, hydrogen, this is chlorine, here hydrogen, chlorine. So what is about here? What is the dipole moment of this molecule? Mu is equal to 0, not equal to 0.
Not equal to 0.
Not equal to 0.
Mu is not equal to
Not
0.
equal to 0,
0,
sir.
sir. Unsymmetric molecule.
So this is a cis compound. For cis compound, mu is not equal to 0. Suppose I will write here C double bond C, chlorine, this is hydrogen, sorry. No, నేను ఇక్కడ రాస్తాను. C, this is hydrogen, here chlorine, this is chlorine, this is hydrogen. So what is about mu value for this molecule?
Equals to 0. Equals to 0, sir. Symmetric.
Mu is equal
Symmetric,
to
sir.
0.
0.
Okay. Next one. 1 minute, Nana. Okay. Chlorine, this is a chlorine. What is about dipole moment?
Not equal to 0.
Not equal to 0.
Not equal to
0, sir.
0.
okay.
Okay, sir.
This is chlorine. It is a meta dichlorobenzene. Mu is not equal to
0.
0.
0.
This is parachlorobenzene.
Equal to 0, sir.
Equal to 0.
Equals
No.
to 0.
Equal to
0.
0.
0, sir.
so this is what is about here, the dipole moment. Based on this dipole moment, to calculate the what is about here, how to calculate the dipole moment depending on ionic nature. So generally the percentage of ionic character is also calculated by using of a dipole moment. So in that cases, so percentage of ionic character, మనం పొలారిటీని బేస్ చేసుకుని అయానిక్ క్యారెక్టర్ నిర్ణయించవచ్చు. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ హియర్ డైపోల్ మూమెంట్ ఆధారంగా నిర్ణయిస్తున్నామండి. సో హియర్ దట్ ఈస్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంటల్ వాల్యూ ఆర్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంటల్ వాల్యూ value of mu by theoretical value of mu into 100%. 100. So based on this, what is about here to calculate the percentage of ionic character. Nana, దీని ఆధారంగా ఎక్స్పెరిమెంటల్ వాల్యూను థియరిటికల్ వాల్యూను బేస్ చేసుకుని దాని యొక్క పర్సెంటేజ్ ఆఫ్ అయానిక్ క్యారెక్టర్ ను మనం ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయవచ్చు. సపోజ్ ఐ విల్ టేక్ సమ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ రిగార్డింగ్ అబౌట్ హియర్ HCl మాలిక్యూల్ ఇస్తున్నాను నేను ఇక్కడ. HCl మాలిక్యూల్ యొక్క డైపోల్ మూమెంట్ నేను తీసుకున్నట్లయితే ద ఎక్స్పెరిమెంటల్ వాల్యూ ఈస్ of mu is equal to 1.03 divide. Next one here, theoretical value of mu is equal to 6.09, something value is there. So what is about here ionic character? So ionic character is equal to experimental value 1.03 by 6.09 into what, Nana? 100. So this is almost all equal to, so here 17.9 something వస్తుంది. అంటే ఆల్మోస్ట్ 17.9 ఆర్ 17.2 ఇచ్చాను మీకు ఇంతకుముందు, 17.2 అట్లా వస్తుంది అనమాట. దిస్ ఈస్ సో బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ది డైపోల్ మూమెంట్ టు ఫైండ్ ది అయానిక్ క్యారెక్టర్. వాడు ఇస్తాడు నాన్న, రెండు ఎక్స్పెరిమెంటల్ వాల్యూ థియరిటికల్ వాల్యూ ఇస్తే మీరు ఏంటంటే దాన్ని ఎక్స్పెరిమెంటల్ వాల్యూ బై థియరిటికల్ వాల్యూ ఇంటూ 100 తో 100 చేస్తే మనకి ఏమొస్తుంది, సో పర్సెంటేజ్ ఆఫ్ అయానిక్ క్యారెక్టర్ అన్నది వస్తుంది. సో దీని మీద మనకి ఏంటంటే క్వశ్చన్స్ ఎక్కువగా అడుగుతుంటాడు అనమాట. సో జనరల్లీ కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్, సల్ఫర్ డైఆక్సైడ్, కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్, కార్బన్ డైసల్ఫైడ్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ లీనియర్ షేప్ ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి అన్నా ఇది కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్, కార్బన్ డైసల్ఫైడ్ లీనియర్ షేప్ ఉంటున్నాయి కాబట్టి దే హ్యావ్ వాట్ ఇస్ అబౌట్ హియర్ dipole moment is 0. Next one here, they are symmetric molecule. H2O, NH3, they are not a linear molecule. They have some dipole moment as a V shaped. Suppose here sulfur dioxide undi nana, sulfur dioxide SO2. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ మనకి ఏంటంటే కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్ మ్యూ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు 0, బట్ సల్ఫర్ డైఆక్సైడ్ అంటాం మ్యూ ఈజ్ నాట్ ఈక్వల్ టు 0. ఎందుకు సల్ఫర్ డైఆక్సైడ్ మ్యూ ఈజ్ నాట్ ఈక్వల్ టు 0 అంటే sulfur dioxide is angular shape. Whenever it is angular shape, so here it has some dipole moment, the net dipole moment towards so downward direction. Kabatti mu is not equal to 0. This is regarding about here molecules. So idantha kuda manaki entante కోవలెంట్ కాంపౌండ్స్ లలో మనకు అడిగేటటువంటి అవకాశాలు ఉండేటటువంటి. రేపు నేను ఇంకా కొంత సో వాట్ ఈస్ మెంట్ బై హియర్ హైడ్రోజన్ బాండ్ అండ్ మెటాలిక్ బాండ్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఏ మోడర్న్ కెమికల్ బాండ్. మోడర్న్ కెమికల్ బాండ్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ valency shell electron pair repulsions theory. Next one here, one more theory that is nothing but MOT, molecular orbital theory. ఇదంతా కూడా నేను రేపటి క్లాస్లో చెప్తాను నాన్న. దీంట్లో మీరు ఏంటంటే నాన్న ఒకసారి మీరు ఈ కెమికల్ బాండ్ను చూడండి, చదవండి ఫస్ట్. మనకి ఏంటంటే ఇది జనరల్గా మనకు ఒక 5 to 6 క్లాసులలో చెప్పవలసినటువంటిది ఈ టాపిక్. దీన్ని మినిమైజ్ చేసి చెప్పవలసి వస్తుంది కాబట్టి కొన్ని పాయింట్స్ కవర్ కావచ్చు, కవర్ కాకపోవచ్చు. మ్యాక్సిమం ఏదైతే మీకు ఇంపార్టెంట్ అనుకుంటున్నామో దాన్ని కవర్ చేయడానికి ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నాను నేను మాత్రం. ఓకే, మీరేంటంటే ఈ కెమికల్ బాండ్లో మీరు కొంత వర్క్ చేయండి. వర్క్ చేసినప్పుడు మీకు ఎక్కడైతే ఇక్కడ డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయో దాన్ని నాకు చెప్పేస్తూ ఉంటే ఇంకా కొంత మీకు ఈజీగా వర్కౌట్ అవుతుంది. సో ఇప్పుడు కొన్ని బిట్స్ మీరు ఏదన్నా అవైలబుల్ ఉంటే నా దగ్గర కొన్ని బిట్స్ చూస్తాను. ఒక్క నిమిషం లైన్లో ఉండండి. నేను so Nana, so here they are asking one question. The linear structure is not assumed by the linear structure is not assumed Bi. So one is, what is about here? Tin chloride. B is, second one is carbon disulfide. Third one is NO2 plus. Fourth one is HCl. So which is one non-linear? దీనిలో ఏదని ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు చెప్పండి రా నాన్న.
HCN.
నానా
HCN, sir.
HCN. HCN is a linear or non-linear?
Linear, sir.
Option
Huh?
3.
3, sir. NO2 plus, sir. Nitronium ion.
Nitrogen, sir. 3, sir.
Nitronium ion, sir.
What?
NO2, sir. 3, sir.
So here,
Sir, NO2 plus nitronium.
except tin chloride, all the molecules and ions a linear shape. Carbon disulfide is a linear. Carbon disulfide is a linear molecule. So here, NO2 plus it is a linear. Hydrogen cyanide is a linear. సార్ ఎట్లా సార్ మాకు ఏంటిదంతా మాకు ఈ సమస్య ఏంటి సార్ అని మీరు ఒక క్వశ్చన్ వేయవచ్చు. క్వశ్చన్ వేస్తే విచ్ మాలిక్యూల్ ద సెంట్రల్ ఆటమ్ హ్యావ్ sp hybridization? This is a linear. Okay, which is not exist as a sp hybridization, that is a non-linear structure. Okay, Veda. So here, is it sp hybridization or not? ఏమో సార్ మాకేం తెలుసు సార్ అంటారా?
No.
SP, sir.
sp. Okay, how to calculate, sir? This is hybridized. So generally, number of hybridized orbitals. So this is total number of bonding electrons is equal to valency shell plus monovalent atoms minus cation plus anion. So based on the number of pairs, total number of pairs. So total number of pairs 2 వచ్చాయి అనుకుంటారా నాన్న, అప్పుడు అది sp. 3 వచ్చాయి అనుకోండి sp2. ఈ రకంగా. ఇప్పుడు ఒక మాలిక్యూల్ తీసుకుందాం, కార్బన్ డైసల్ఫైడ్ తీద్దాం. సెంట్రల్ ఆటమ్ ఇస్ కార్బన్. The valence electrons are 4. Monovalent atoms are, any monovalent atoms? 0. This is, sorry, by 2. So monovalent atoms are 0. Cation anion 0. So this is by 2 is equal to 4 by 2 is equal to enter nana?
2, sir.
2. So 2 is nothing but
SP.
what type of hybridization takes place?
SP hybridization.
sp. Sir, మాకేంటి సార్? Stannous. Okay, this is tin. So here, what is about here? Total number of pairs is equal to 10